What is up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun diving into the deck that I was trying to make work earlier that I totally missed out on tons of cards of this, of just like gaining life, they die. When we gain life, they die. And there's so many ways to gain life between Prosperous Innkeeper, Lunarch Veteran, Cleric of Life Spawn, Righteous Valkyrie. And if we go into Alchemy, which I know I don't even like the Alchemy format, but this deck just needed to be built from my heart and my soul. I just enjoy building fun decks, and brewing is what I do. And so this is one of those where you guys come to enjoy the shenanigans, but do not support the Alchemy format. But something has to happen. We have Blood Artist that is able to be played, and so we've got to do this. Sanguine Brushstroke crits out of Blood Artist, and also whenever blood tokens are sacrificed, it also loses life. So if we stack these up, we can have a ton of damage dealt to the face with this. And that's the whole point of this deck, is that we're trying to have us gaining tons of life, putting out creatures, doing all that stuff, kill them. As we're just putting out creatures, they are dying. And that also helps with Righteous Valkyrie, growing all of our stuff, hitting it for lots of damage. Meathook Massacre, kill all our stuff. It gains us life, deals their damage to them. Life is phenomenal. Wedding Announcement puts out extra creatures, also buffs our creatures, so Meathook Massacre can be even better. With this on the battlefield, anytime that their stuff dies, we're gaining life. So that means that Dina, and Marauding Blight-Priest are going to do even more damage to their face, as well as Fateful Absence, Deadly Spear. There's a few ways to make sure we actually can deal damage. We have one Undercity Plunder, because it's an amazing card. One Agadeem's Awakening to bring back all of our combo pieces. If we get up to high enough mana, that's just a busted play for us. And then, of course, Inquisitor Captain to go find all the things, and also be a cleric that helps us gain life with Righteous Valkyries and our Cleric of Life Spawn, which is can go find those, or our other cleric, the Blight-Priest. We do have a few druids which are in here. We have like a Citizen with Innkeeper, Druid with Dina, but basically everything else is a cleric. I wish Blood Artist was a cleric as well. It feels like it should be. It's not, however, but still, just with Lunarch Veteran and Prosperous Innkeeper, we're gaining life as anything is entering the battlefield or dying. And this, of course, dealing damage when things die too. Lots of damage. So that's the whole idea of the deck. We are dealing so much damage to the opponent's face through us simply gaining life. It's going to hurt. It's going to be fun. Let's dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, we're up against Frank, and we have 0 white mana and all white cards, but we're on the draw. Could we find it? We're mulliganing that one away. And this is much better. Much, much better. Yeah, keep this. Really like the Prosperous Innkeepers with Meathook Massacre. Having both of these to go off and just like ramp us up into a big board wipe is nice. Can I drop the Agadeem's Awakening, or this is just extra lands to make sure we get to all that stuff? But Plunder is so good, and it could even help us find a land. So we're going to keep that one for now. It's such a good card, and we have other lands to run into. Reveals their hand. You take stuff from it. Good for you. All right, so Mono Black Discard is the deck that is terrifying and just going to be so unfun to play against. Undercity Plunder is what they take. That's fine. I'd love to have you out there earlier, but we can play out just a bunch of stuff. Board wipes. Do we expect them to have board wipes? They most likely will have Meathook Massacre in this one. Reveals all cards in their hand, 2 or greater. Yeah. Meathook Massacre, gonzoed. We get to steal Pyre of Heroes, which is actually good with all of the clerics that we got. Magistrate Scepter is interesting up against a discard deck as well. Just being able to take an extra turn. Not the worst play. I think we're going Pyre of Heroes, though, because we do kind of have a combo deck here online. We do need to ramp stuff out, so let's go Innkeeper. Do I hold on to the treasure? We're going to get out Veteran. Last turn. Now if we find land, it's Pyre of Heroes. If we find land, we play Innkeeper, the Blight-Priest, I guess. Or maybe we just play the Blight-Priest here, just to get damage and dealt to their face. Innkeeper and Pyre. We know it's discard, though. And they're probably going to have the other stuff. This is what actually wins us the game, I think. So we play this out. Do I offer the trade here? I think I do. Because this gets get other forms of gaining life whenever stuff leaves the battlefield, which is totally fine. So discard's annoying. Exile from Graveyard could be bad. But another flyer's okay. Flunk. Bummer. Beautiful. All right, so Innkeeper. Dina. Whenever a creature is dealt damage by it this turn. So it's just a way to stop it from attacking in, but our life total's high enough, I don't really care. Veteran's pretty sweet. Hexproof and the lifelink. Rough. Okay. So no blocks. The lifelink. Oh, brutal. All right, so Veteran first. Oh, I'd love to be able to have the Cleric sacrifice this in response, which I guess we can do on another turn. Go for Pyre of Heroes. Tapped out, life is good. We can go find a 2-mana Cleric. How many 2-mana Clerics do we actually have? I don't know if we have as many of those. I guess Cleric of Life's Bond. Flippin' Lifelinker. No attacks, pass turn. Swings in again. Our life total is fine, so we're fine with our life total. We just need to make sure we're getting theirs lower. This gives us some options to do that for later turns. Wedding Announcement. Oh, I need one more mana to be able to play to be able to sacrifice this. I guess I can sacrifice it with Dina, and that's not the worst play. We get to draw cards with this, but then they just have discard. Just creating the creature token's not the worst either, though. I do want to attack in. So attack in, hold this back. I think we're doing that no matter what. Now we won't make a token to be able to gain 2 life to do this, but drawing the card get us to lands that might just get discarded. Pyre of Heroes. Yeah, we're going to go for Pyre of Heroes. It gives us the life gain that we're needing anyway, right? So Drana. Drana's annoying. That ain't great. Oh, this is only sorcery speed. Gosh darn it. I forgot about that. Alright, well, we do need to stop them from getting life still. Man, oh, I forgot about that. So block here. So they don't gain life. We take that down to 15. When that leaves the battlefield, shouldn't that give me life? Another creature. Got it. Pass to my turn. Another priest is not bad. That is a lot of damage. Yeah. And we're still getting the life that we need. I could kill this Drana the Last Blood Chief by sacrificing this, but then all of our stuff dies, and I don't think I want that. They get to bring back, however. So choose a knowledge card from in your graveyard. So they can bring back Blade of the Oni. Last turn. Two or greater, great. So that stays in hand. Wait, what? With target player reveals all cards in the hand with mana of 2 or greater. You choose a card from among those cards. Oh, 2 or greater. Sorry, I was thinking 2 or less. 2 or greater. Replicating Ring is interesting. Spike Trap. It's 5 damage to creature. Flash it out too, which is interesting. Guaranteed mana. Some potential removal. We'll go for potential removal. I can flash it out here in case they have another discard spell, which they don't. Doesn't matter. They know what it is anyway, right? Okay. That spike pick trap. Ah, the life gain. And all the damage, of course, as well, is not great. I don't think we need to do that just yet. 5 mana, tap this is pretty good. We have lots of good top decks. They're tapping out. Down to 6. We have so much life gain in this deck. All right, Meathook Massacre would be amazing, although we do need more mana for that to be super good. Okay, this is a Cleric I can sacrifice and bring back. All right, so Lunarch Veteran, gain a ton of life. Down to 10. Man, we really need to find another land at some point. I mean, I'm happy we got... The Pyre of Heroes is pretty sweet, though. So we have a Cleric of Life's Bond we can find here. Which does let me block on the ground pretty effectively. The life gain, though, man. We get another creature next turn that is a Cleric, so we'll gain 3 life, deal 6 points of damage. They gain 4. So all we need is one more creature, and we have lethal despite the life gain. Can we survive is the other question without having to block with too many creatures. And I don't think so, but we'll give it a shot. One more land I could have been able to bring this back to. Of course, I would have had it, but Blunk's there. X is 7 minus number of cards in the controller's hand. So it does nothing, right? So I don't have any cards in my hand. It's a 7 minus the number. Oh, so the number of cards in my hand makes it worse, right? Alrighty, so I need to keep some way to win on board. So I can block like this. Block here. I can sacrifice Dina, or sacrifice this so they don't... It doesn't really matter what I'm doing here, I guess. Keeping one way to gain life. Killing enough things. Could keep Dina alive and block here. And that lets me sacrifice this in response, but that's not really amazing either. I would like to keep a Cleric alive so I can have some way to play some things out. Could block here. Sacrifice one of these guys, kill here. No. Man, what are we doing? All of our ways to gain life does not seem like the right play, but killing lots of stuff does seem better. Oh my goodness. We had him dead so many times over without the flippin' life gain card. Yeah. That keeps us alive. That does keep us alive. Lunarch Veteran. But they get to bring something back with Drana, which I guess I'm more scared of. We wait until their turn so they don't get a free draw right away. I mean, our deck can technically find lots of ways to gain life. And so if I can find 2 pieces of removal over the next couple turns, then we're in good shape. I don't want them to attack in. So kill you, jump here. They get a free card draw. If they find removal, we're dead. So they should try to draw right now. You don't. Draws a card. Is it removal? Seemed like there was something there. All right, we do have the Spike Pick Trap. So if they don't have a creature, a land lets us win. So we have to find land here. There it is. Okay, so land. I can do this at instant speed, right? I'm just gonna kill it. It's gotta go. It's the only way we survive. And we create a treasure token. Take that, fool. All right, turning the corner at 2 life. Is there even a chance? They find nothing? And we have Agadeem's Awakening? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh my goodness, that is huge. Okay, X3. Oh, what a top deck. What a flippin' top deck. All right, so, oh, I exiled the other guy, so I don't get everything I hoped for, but Prosperous Innkeeper for some life gain. Blight-Priest. Oh man, we don't have our 1-drops. It makes sense. They got exiled. Still good, still good. Okay, gained some life there. We could have grabbed the Dina as well, but now we really need to make sure that we're finding some way to gain life. Getting the treasure is also pretty good. Blood in the Snow, they get to bring their stuff back. Oh no. All right, that actually... We have a way to block this. Unfortunately, we only have 1 Cleric of Life Spawn, and so sacrificing this does not let us get it back, but we can have a blocker come out into the battlefield. Yeah, nothing there. Still in the game, though. Still in the flippin' game, although they get to grab stuff here, and then we need to find a Meathook Massacre for the win. That's bad. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, okay. I guess they don't have enough to equip this on anything, right? Yeah, so we'll go for Blade. We block. Meathook Massacre does not kill a 9/9. Holy crap, what a draw. All right, yeah. And good game. All right. You can kill us. Have at it. Have at ye. We survived for a very long time through that deck. All the flyers in the world. Professor Onyx as well. Yep. Nice. Okay, come on, dude. All right, and we're done. They got a chance to look at what they have there. We're done. Up against El Cabi. Green mana is the only thing we need for this hand. Don't have it. Few chances to draw into like Brushstroke, Inquisitor Captain could be awesome, but yeah, we got a mulligan. That's better. Keep this. Can I keep the Captain over Plunder? I think I'm going to drop Plunder. I'm going to go for the plays that are actually beneficial to us. Although this is a great curve. Yeah, and I have 3 of those, only 1 of this. Let's try this out. All right, so unfortunately I don't get to play Veteran on turn 1. That is a little bit awkward. That's fine. But playing this on turn 2 is super good. And then Sanguine Brushstroke on turn 3 gets us a chance to draw, think through stuff as well. Ooh. That's intriguing. Sometimes going for Plunder after they've played out a few cards is actually better, because then they don't really know what we're doing yet. They might be willing to discard 2 cards here, which is pretty good for us too. However, Innkeeper into Veteran into Sanguine Brushstroke is pretty solid plays. If they have removal, it's annoying. Looks like they do. Hazard too. Cool. Get you out. Not sure if I should be holding off with treasures with this deck. We have our 3 mana, which plays for everything except for the Captain. Captain, no Captain, which we would have been able to play here, which would have been super sweet. Okay, Brushstroke. Counterspell? Brutal. Or just another Spike-Filled Hazard. Lots of things that exile creatures. I don't like it. Stop that. Land for Inquisitor Captain would be amazing. Expressive Iteration. Well, we had the perfect setup. But opponent has lots of removal. Forsaken Crossroads. Trying to remember, does it scry if they are the first player, or I don't know. This is a card I don't play very much. I probably should. I don't like it as much. It's a scry land and a tap land and all of the lands. We're gonna try to build up this board again. You kidding me? I don't have 20. I swear I've got to have like exactly enough. Well, apparently I gotta concede this one anyway. All right. No ways to gain life. Wedding Announcement's not a terrible turn 3 play with removal though. And we can hopefully find some other pieces along the way. I really need card draw with this deck. Like, and we do have some ways to draw cards. Wedding Announcements is one of them. Or just get card advantage in general. We're gonna try this out. I've kept a few other hands that haven't been the same mode, and it's not been as good for me. So play that on white, pass turn. Tenacious Bop. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you pass turn. Just the next one they play, right? So good. Play nothing this turn? Yeah, I'm not going to fire this off when they have 2 mana. Just right there and available to be drawing with. So we're going to go Blight-Priest as a blocker here. They could have removal. Let's go Wedding Announcement first. Wedding Announcement. Howling Moon. That's their second spell each turn. No blocks. Down to 16. Captain's pretty swell. You get to make this massive every flipping turn. So good. But we got to go for Inquisitor Captain when we can, I believe. So throw this out on black. Captain. We need to find ways to gain life. Those are some ways to gain life. Yep, Innkeeper. Good, another 1/1 afterwards. So you do get a 2/2 if we ever cast 2 cards on a turn. So I don't really want to play Fateful Absence on the same turn I played this out. So I want to hold off. But I can draw an extra card with Wedding Announcement, which is nice. I also just played double Marauding Blight-Priest, which isn't a terrible play. Double block. No blocks. We'll take it this time still. Gain. Okay, goes for the Abrade. Ooh. Oh, man. All right, that's good stuff. Throw this out on green. All right, I want to be able to not have them go off with these Howling Moons too much, though. That stuff is bad for me. And man, every time they attack an in is also bad for me. Do I want to draw a card? All right, so Blight-Priest. Gain life. Deal the damages. Could play Dina now. That just sets up for even more damage with other things, potentially. Especially another guy coming out in the battlefield. So if I don't attack in, that's still a decent amount of damage. But it creates a wolf token for them. And we don't have any removal. So yeah, we'll just pass the turn. I think right now I do want the other token blocker here. So no attacks. Token. Everything gets bigger. We get to kill something without giving them stuffs. We're hoping to kill a Tovolar, of course. Ranger class. Buffs. Who are they putting this onto? I can double block that guy just fine. So we're killing you. So they do get to kill 2 guys here, but that is kind of okay with me. I also can swing back fairly aggressively. Actually, let's see this. So I get to bring in 2 creatures. Those do 1, 2, and this does 1, 2, 3 points of damage. Let's see here. They're tapped out. I'm fairly close to lethal, I think. If I find a Lunarch Veteran, I have lethal, I believe. Except they do make another blocker that way. So maybe just chomp. You know, I can take 4 points of damage. 4 points of damage this time. That's totally fine. Oh my goodness. The draw of all draws. Okay, so the question is do I need to attack in right now with these guys? Because as soon as I play the second one, every opponent casts their second spell each turn. So anything after this, they get a 2/2. Let me really think this through. Okay, so I have 4 points of damage here. They go down to 13, and then we have 6 points of damage here. They go down to 13. Okay, Dina. Yeah, you can have your dude, that's fine. I also don't have to win this turn, you know? I can like block with Veteran, and then any of my guys that leave the battlefield with Dina Soul Steeper also just does so much damage. All right, so they go down to 7. I believe I can attack all in now. And they block here, but they have to only single block. And so I could go here. They have 6 going there. Double block here. They go to 1. Do they feel like they could actually survive that? They double block. They block here. We lose a Prosperous Innkeeper. They go down to 1. Both these guys are gone, though, which is a big deal. Yeah, attack in. I mean, we have already shown that if we get him down to 1, Veteran and Dina helps us win the game. So, down to 1. 5 mana. 17 that they have to deal to us. Lots of removal is bad, but their deck is typically damage focused removal, which means Wedding Announcement has stopped them in their tracks a little bit. Yeah, sacrificing Veteran, bringing it back, and then sacrificing a token, or just swinging in for the win. You know, there's many, many ways we can win here. All right, opponent does scoop up before the timeout, but they took their time there. That was good. That was awesome. All right, 2 lands, all my 3 drops, got a mulligan. Better. Any Righteous Valkyrie is pretty sweet, although no Clerics makes it awkward. We're gonna drop a land. Yep. Ooh, I do like that. The Valkyrie here. Even just gaining life, getting up to 7 over is super, super good for us. All right. Secondary Dina for the dodge removal could also be swell. We're going Innkeeper. This is the game plan. We get out these guys first. Life is much better when we do. We could also go Sanguine Brushstroke and a 1-drop, hopefully. Lunarch Veteran would be a sweet card. Smart Command. Treasure. It's so confusing which ones they're actually choosing with that. They throw them into weirdest colors ever. Righteous Valkyrie is intriguing here. because it does gain life off of the Veteran. So that does give us the highest amount of life total possible, which is Valkyrie this time. We could also go Brushstroke earlier than later with this treasure. I think I do that next turn. So we're going to throw this out on black mana. We're going to go Valkyrie this turn. I'm hoping that they're going to be a little bit unable to actually do too much removal. What's the best play next turn? If I find another Veteran, I'd love to be able to play that too. Brushstroke is pretty sweet though. I just don't want this to die before I play these other guys. But I also don't want Righteous Valkyrie to die either. Let's go ahead and go with this. Yeah, we'll try this out. Gain life. Pass turn. Galazeth Prismari. I'm okay with that. Alright, so definitely Brushstroke here. Taking the 3 there isn't going to be fun. I do have something to discard though, so I'm kind of fine with this. Yeah, I'll draw on their end step. Blood Artist really should be a Cleric. They really didn't add in the Cleric types until after this was a thing, but you know, it would be cool. Velemachus. I don't like that. Holy junk, I really don't like that. Alright, well, let's dig for something here. I mean, with the 4 counters they get, this isn't going to be super great. Wow, that's a good... I've been debating if this is a good card for reanimation, and I was not expecting that with what just happened, but, I mean, that's good. Flipping, and it's equal to his power. Oh, I forgot about this. So they get free Magma Opuses. They get to dig that deep and get a free Magma Opus out of this. Oh, dude, we are definitely playing this deck soon. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, the pain. Pain is so brutal. And then we find a Righteous Valkyrie at the top. Yeah, we drew really, really well, but boy, did they just dominate. That was cool. That was super cool. All right, no black mana, but we do have Innkeeper to play one of these cards. Issue is we don't get like Scry. We don't get anything else going with this, but we have life gain creatures and then our creatures to play. So with draw, we have 3 chances to find a land and still be able to play plenty of stuff. Duress is dead. Ha! You fool. Although they're going to have plenty more discard probably, huh? Huzzah. Ah, not more green mana. Curse you. Deck, 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 deck. There we go. That is good. All right, we're not going to show them that we have the other black source. So throw this out on, I think, white, because, yeah, that's going to come out there. So Prosperous Innkeeper. Get some treasure. Ring announcement. Lunarch Veteran. So I think double Cleric of Life's Bond is pretty powerful. I think it dodges the next turn's what's it called? Meathook Massacre potentially as well. So Cleric of Life's Bond. And we also have 2 good clerics to play out on the next turn. Play this out on black. And Cleric of Life's Bond. Okay. Now, these guys only gain life whenever we play out a Cleric, but we have some Clerics to play. Question is do I want to get out Dina before I play out the Blight-Priest? And I might. It is a pretty powerful play for us. They're definitely going to have more removal, but they know the real things that are going off. But these guys being bigger is also great for us. Dodges, Meathook Massacres, and all of the other stuffs. Didn't even wait for that. Intriguing. Guess they have another blocker. Yes! Duress is useless. You have no power here. Stormcrow. Ooh, boy. Okay, I can only play one thing with black mana. So, what is the thing with black mana that I want to play? Oh, that's so good. Another Cleric Life Bond. I guess it's Blight-Priest, right? Let's just gain more life and deal more damages. So, throw this out on green mana? Yeah, green. All right, so Blight-Priest, I think, goes out first, because we just want the damage to be dealt. And I believe this ends up doing more than playing this first. More damage is dealt. Life gain is less, but that's fine. Curse you. All right, up to 25 though. Down to 12, past turn. Dodging board wipes for the most part. Lulth. Not dodging massive board though.
You could have such I will cull.
Oh boy. If they have a board wipe that they find next turn, it's so bad for us. But make our board massive. Attack in for damages. What's the worst thing that can happen for us? I don't want them to... So they build up Lulth, but them playing spiders, I guess, is pretty bad. Again, because then Righteous Valkyrie could also get hit. The worst thing here is the Blood on the Snow, which them having the Planeswalker in the graveyard makes it worse for us. So we're just attacking in at face. I'm fine with them blocking, double blocking, doing whatever. That's okay. We just need to pressure that life total hard. I'm assuming they're going to want to double block at least. They can triple block and kill something. Yep. Yeah. It's not great for us. Not having a second black source here was really bad. If we had found land to be able to play out Cleric of Life Spawn as well, super good.
What I demand.
But getting the life total as low as we could so we can get the Valkyrie through. Another Valkyrie off the top would be amazing. Inquisitor Captain would be amazing as well. Especially if they don't have Blood in the Snow, which it looks like they don't. Although they have Massacre on 0. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, so we go Dina. Yeah, Dina Soul Steeper. This is lethal. Oh, wait, they do have reach, though. So they don't block everything, but we have to gain plenty of life. We get to put stuff on there again, but now they have to double block. I could hold off and not attack, and they wouldn't be able to play out the spiders again. But I guess I would rather them play out the spiders again than them drawing into board wipe, right? So that's okay. Would love to have had the black mana for the Sanguine Brushstroke. That would have been lethal in a jiffy.
And I will get what I want.
Okay. Goes for that.
The generous one.
Flips over to Lifelinker. Or forces something to be sacrificed. Transforms. Okay. So, we found black mana. Alright, so now we go with Brushstroke. We double check. We gain tons of life with this. We gain life 1, 2, 3. No, just 2 times. Sacrifice it. We gain life 1 time. Sacrifice something else. We gain life. We can do the same thing here. So the issue is we don't gain any life from the initial play there, but we can also sacrifice some other things. So now, yeah, sacrifice Valkyrie, deal damage. Yeah, we had the win. Oh man, that's fun. All right, I'm against Macburn, and we'll keep this hand. Hello. This one's interesting. I would like to have untapped white sources at some point. But you know, doesn't really happen for Jeffrey. All right, Rakdos something or other, potentially. I don't know what's in Alchemy very well. I just had to make a couple changes to the deck because I realized Inquisitor Captain, I was just thinking I needed 20 creatures, but I do need 20 creatures of mana value 3 or less. So I increased the number of some other things that I had. All right, so that does kill our Prosperous Innkeeper. I could just kill it with Fateful Absence. It looks like an Anvil deck, which Meathook Massacre is going to be sweet for. And so just killing this could be okay. Same time ramping up, like I go Innkeeper, Veteran, Blight-Priest, and then a Meathook Massacre on one could actually be really good, or everything just dies. Let's go Innkeeper. Why not? Gain some life here. See if they have their own Meathook Massacre, right? Auto pay. Gain some life. Pass turn. We also have this Agadeem's Awakening, which I would kind of really like to be able to play. Since we found another green source, I was able to hold that back. And this is such a big play for us. In fact, I'm going to try to hold on to this basically every chance I get. All right. So here comes Anvil doing its thing. Swings in. We could double block. We're going to say no blocks. We want the ways to gain the lives. So yeah, Blight-Priest. Gain some life. No attacks, pass turn. So removal is what we got to dodge. I'm okay with them building up their board a little bit and doing stuff, but if they have removal for Blight-Priest, whatever else, annoying, but then we do have Meathook Massacre, and then hopefully Agadeem's Awakening in a few turns to get all 3 of these creatures back. That's the dream. More artifacts. More anvils. Yeah, even just getting this Meathook Massacre out on 0 so that whenever they sacrifice stuff, it'd be pretty good for us. It's in for 3. Huh. Well, we'll definitely offer the block there. I'm guessing they're just sacrificing it now, getting the guys back. Might as well let us say no. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Taking lots of damages, they are going to be able to keep buffering up their life total as well. However, the bigger this gets, the better for us in some ways. That can get us to the treasure for Agadeem's Awakening. I can get rid of the Veteran here, which isn't amazing for us, but we really just need card draw at the moment. So draw 2 cards. You have the ability to sacrifice something else, potentially have removal. There's a Dina. Yep, go Dina. So if they do kill any of our 1-drops, like even if we trade off with Innkeeper, Agadeem's Awakening here for the next turn is pretty solid. Just having all the creatures enter the battlefield, deal all the damage to their face. However, we're not in a place where we're about to kill them by any means. Especially with the life gain that they can get every turn. But if they make their board massive and we get to go off with the Meathook Massacre and then Agadeem's Awakening the next turn, that's a different story. So let's pass turn. So yeah, if we can dodge removal, we're still okay. So Veteran into a Meathook Massacre could be really fun because it says whenever stuff leaves the battlefield or other things leave the battlefield. So we would gain 1 more life with Innkeeper, but it also would be exiled for the Agadeem's Awakening. So I think we're holding off. We know their deck also has Meathook Massacres, which could be bad for us. I mean, yeah, if they went for board wipe this turn, it would not be fun. We know that they probably have Voltaic Surge and whatever else. But they probably would have already killed the Blight-Priest, right? We have Agadeem's Awakening online for lots of stuff next turn. So yeah, even if these die, I'll be fine. Stuff leaves the battlefield. Meathook Massacre becomes worse for us now. We could also go Meathook Massacre on 1 and get rid of a couple guys. On 2, okay. So we don't want them to be gaining the life here. I don't really want to use the treasure though. So, okay. Frustrating. Down to 10. That is a very low life total. I do not like it. They throw this out on black. Awakening on 3. Do I want the Innkeeper is the biggest question. Do I want to go for our combo plays here? Yeah, we came to do a thing. We're doing the thing. All right, 2 triggers, 4 damage. Showdown of the Scalds. They don't have a treasure to play at the moment. Shambling Ghast. A bit annoying. Soul Transfer is annoying for next turn as well. So I could play out Meathook Massacre for free. I could kill Shambling Ghast. They put 1 onto Veteran. We get to bring it back. It dies. We get to do quite a bit of damage to their face. They could also just make a treasure and be able to get some value there. Actually, Fateful Absence also gives them a treasure. They have Soul Transfer on this next turn, which is a bit annoying. We're going to get this out for free, though. I think at the moment. If I did any more, they'd be able to kill one of these guys, which I don't want to have happen. Being able to get in for the 4 with these guys is pretty good. All right, so we go... first off, I guess we play out... a white source here. Fateful Absence onto Shambling Ghast. I don't really want to pay for Dina to get the extra buff there, because I would like to bring back this Veteran. So something dies. We gain life. They're doing 2. They made a treasure instead. Okay, perfect. Now Dina can always just sacrifice stuff if we need to. We get to do a little bit of damage. Swing in. They have the treasure so they can actually sacrifice the clue, but those are all the artifacts that they have to be able to use the anvil. Soul Transfer, man, this is really good. The Showdown of the Scalds with all this stuff, terrifying. Completely terrifying. Vanishing Verses onto that. Ugh, frustrating. Good play, good play. Really like the Meathook Massacre here. We need more card draw. We need to get a bit more draw going for us in some way. Last turn. Soul Transfer is annoying. We really don't want too many of our creatures to be exiled because it does throw off our our Inquisitor Captains. So we will sacrifice in response to basically anything here. They have an artifact and enchantment, so they can also bring stuff back from the graveyard, which is one of these fellas. Also terrifying. Soul transfer. All right, so yeah, we can't sacrifice this person though. Drats. Good plays, good plays. This is a really bad matchup for us. Makes it a little bit less fun. I'm not gonna lie. There's so many other matchups where like what we're doing is so good. But I mean, this is why this is one of the best decks in the format. You know, it's an important thing to remember. All right, come on, give me something good. Meathook Massacre is so important for this matchup. We already found a lot of our best pieces, but we have so many other pieces. Inquisitor Captain. That's not terrible. But it doesn't help us a ton when they have their own Meathook Massacre. It does let us get a token on the end step here, though, or get some life gain at least. Oh, double anvil, they have plenty of life gain, and any of our stuff dying ever. Yeah, we're in trouble. Too many lands. Far too many lands drawn. No attacks. Yeah, so Bloodtithe Harvester does hit to kill Marauding Blight-Priest. Very bad for us. But we're at least gaining life and slowing this down a little bit. Dude, what is this deck? They're playing so different than what I expected. I'm liking what they got, but like the number of 4-drops,
you fight for me.
Crazy stuff going on there. Harvester is massive. Can we take the 5? Definitely can't take 6. I think we block like that. Because we can at least bring back Veteran. It doesn't gain us life anymore, but then anything leaving does gain us life. Yeah, Meathook Massacre. Dude, the Vanishing Verse for the Meathook Massacre. This deck has run so smoothly. I mean, I guess that's what Showdown of the Scalds and all this stuff does for you, right? Okay, Cleric of Life's Bond. That's not terrible. That's a somewhat okay draw. Not amazing, but it is a draw that's okay. On to 10. And now they get to gain life like crazy pants peoples. Jumping with tokens does gain us life now. But it also gains them life. Oh dear. Yep. Discard draw. If we could find a Sanguine of Life's Bond, another Meathook Massacre, like a couple of those kinds of creatures, we'd be in phenomenal shape. Wow. They just cannot miss. All right, yeah, just the amount of removal they've got over and over again was brutal. All right, guys, so there you guys have it with the gain life, kill them deck. So such a bad name for that, but still, it's super fun. Between Meathook Massacre, Dina, Soul Steeper, Marauding Blight-Priest, we definitely did have enough ways to get in there and do stuff. The issue is sequencing, of course, which I was hoping to fix a little bit better by make sure we had we had card draw with Deadly Dispute, that we could go 2 to rep our 2 and 3 drops with Inquisitor Captain and still have more ETB effects hitting. Sanguine Brushstroke to help out even more, but I just don't think it's quite powerful enough how it is, and so it's good, but it's just not quite there, unfortunately. Absolutely love this deck, though. It is a super fun one. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.